What's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macrum, Marcus Cash. It's time for the AE recap for Wednesday Night Dynamites for March 24th. Yes, 2021. I'm gonna make this quick snap.
In a hurry?
Is it quick snap?
I'm gonna do quick, fast, in a hurry.
Thank you, sir. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Jeez, this is not gonna work. She's fine as shit. That's Margot Robbie. Is it?
Yeah.
She looks distinctly different.
Yeah, she looks, she's dressed old in an old way.
In an old way. The technical term for it. In an old way. I like this episode. I like this episode from start to finish.
Yeah.
The only part that bothered me, in fact, was the complete clusterfuck of a tag team match that involved the Young Bucks, Brandon Cutler. I was gonna say for some reason, but Kenny Omega wrote the reason afterwards. And the Lucha Bros and Lucha Bro Jr. What's his name?
Laredo Child.
I love it. Is that his name?
No, it's Laredo Kid.
Other than that, I like the show was the finish. We start with Kenny Omega versus Matt Sydal. Don Callis was fantastic on commentary.
The match was a lot better than it had any business being.
Yes, Omega did a very good job carrying the young up-and-comer Matt Sydal. Which is a great way to go about it. And I'm glad the other guys caught on immediately. They're the same age, Don. To me, Kenny can get away with having close matches with everybody and not losing anything, really.
If they're talented enough.
Here we go. Who shouldn't he have close matches with?
Joseph Janela, for one.
You're never going to let that go, huh?
Ever.
Ever.
Especially the way Janela sold during the match. So, no.
Fair enough.
But, despite how he's been booked in AEW, Matt Sydal is a fairly big star. So,
Thank you.
alright.
Sticking with matches, because that's how I'm going to do this. Randomly decided to do it like that. There was Hangman Page versus Bonini?
Oh, Cesar Bononi,
Thank you,
aka Beautiful Bononi, as per his new gimmick.
Ugh. Is that the gimmick? They're all beautiful?
Yeah, it's Pretty Peter Avalon, he's Beautiful Bononi, Baby Ziggler, and Fat JD Drake don't have names yet, apparently.
Okay. Ugh, that gimmick sounds very 70s.
C-show, stable gimmick.
Ugh.
And I don't know about JD Drake, but I know 3 of them don't deserve jobs.
Yeah. I keep remember forgetting to put that fucking download that GIF. It was not a GIF, it's a video I cut up. But fucking, that's over the top. Match was a squash. This is like their 5th or 6th week with squash match in a row.
Surprising.
Hold them an apology, sir.
No, because it's been overdue, so
Fair
I'll
enough.
give them a belt time.
Hangman won the match.
Yeah.
Duh. I gotta be honest. I don't know why we had this match.
I don't either. Didn't really serve any purpose. And
To
if we're going
anybody.
to be squashing people, I mean, I know he's green and doesn't deserve a job, as I mentioned, but
Green and doesn't deserve a job.
yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
He's bad. But an imposing figure like Cesar Bononi, like, I'm sure they want to do something with, I wouldn't, but I'm sure they want to do something with him. We have this big old presence being squashed, even by Hangman Page.
That's fair enough. I just feel like I didn't do anything for Hangman. Like, I look at Hangman the same way I looked at him before the match.
Yeah.
He's better than.
A lot of people on the roster.
I was gonna check his name, but
He could have just been in the back drinking.
I'm gonna
Crap
pass
order.
that works. That fucking 6-man tag match we already brought up. There was lots of spots. They all meant nothing.
So many spots.
I never thought I'd be less entertained by a Ray Phoenix match. That was rough.
Chris, why? Why do you like this? I know you love the Young Buck matches, but this, man.
This felt very much like now that we've got the heat off us. Now that Tony Khan is fucking he turned away for half a second.
The All Elite Wrestling General Manager, Tony Khan?
Yes,
Oh.
as we saw in a tweet. Cash was right about that. Sid.
Speaking from AEW itself.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Did you have to be a douche?
Yes.
I totally forgot where I was going with that. I thought I was doing a bit and I totally forgot it.
The All Elite Wrestling general manager Anthony Khan
finally turns his back. Brandon Cutler's gonna finally get his revenge on JR and fucking just do his shit.
Fucking jump and not do anything much with it. It was like a somersault and not very impactful. Best part of that though, how silent and how long JR went silent.
Yes, while the high spots of the high spots, the high point of the high spots, JR went silent. I want to say for 2 minutes, like a legitimate 120 seconds. JR did not speak,
including awkward silences where nobody spoke.
Yes, like they were waiting. We talked a while. It's your turn, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have nothing positive to say. So I'm not saying anything at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure if JR had his headset on.
And rightly so. I gotta be honest. I was over it. And like not my usual over it, where I'm just disgusted and don't want to watch anymore. I had to just sit there silent, like a beaten dog.
Yeah.
Who won the match? Who cares? It's not important.
Laredo Kid pinned Brandon Cutler.
Right.
Because Laredo Kid has a job here.
And Kenny Omega came out, stomped on him a couple times.
I don't understand. Isn't Ray Phoenix a star?
Yes.
Isn't Pentagon the one with the new gimmick, even though he lost his first match with the new gimmick?
Yes.
So maybe a win might help him?
You could.
The other guy doesn't work here, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't want to criticize the booking too much because I enjoyed the booking of the show. Next match was Tay Conti versus Nyla Rose. I love the match they had in the title tournament. That match was fucking fantastic. I've watched it like 3 times. It wasn't the best match of the tournament, but I watched it 3 times. It was fluid. Their styles go together. She said, "You're done." It got me off. Tay Conti, that is. But this match, not so much. Maybe it's Vicky that being there.
And there's 2, badasses slugging it out in that tournament match. Here,
Yeah.
Good.
It didn't connect for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if if Ty moved her judo spot to later in the match. It's a really cool looking spot. Her just tossing it all around. Maybe later in the match.
Oh, the hip tosses?
What are the hip tosses?
Or the arm drags?
The judo throws.
Yeah. The ones where she drops to the knee and whips Nyla.
Yes. We're using all momentum against
Those
her.
are fantastic. I love
They look really cool, but it's a little early for that.
I guess, now there should be a little more beaten down.
Yeah.
A few more knees first.
Or a little more
rubs around.
Actually, I could do a pass on the knees. She did like 4 in this match.
Oh,
And that was after fucking I just watched Kenny Omega do 12. Anyway, the match was fine for what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. Just
It was what it was.
inconsequential.
Well, not necessarily because Ty won, which was a big deal, actually.
Yeah, and surprising. I was shocked, legitimately.
And she, I guess, cemented her number 1 contendership status.
I guess so.
I'm here for that. She'd be, if I'm not sure what that WrestleMania is, it's.
I would imagine All Out.
But in my head, their WrestleMania main event for women, mine would be Go Big versus Ty Conti.
Yeah.
And I don't think that hard about it. What's his name? Jay gonna be around.
Yeah.
There's no Statlander, who's got 4 on the list at this point.
What's Statlander? What time to be out?
She bad time on that one. And then there was the main event, right? Fucking a match.
No, we are.
We're not doing any angles. It's just the matches. Because we didn't talk about the fucking Good Brothers spot after the Matt Hardy match.
We're gonna circle back.
6-minute tag, yes.
Okay. Well, the other 6-man match,
Mm-hmm.
we had Dante Martin and
the kids, Brian Pillman and
the Varsity Blondes.
Griff Garrison versus the Inner Circle. Not Inner Circle.
The Pinnacle.
The Pinnacle. Yes.
FTR and Shawn Spears.
Solid match. Didn't love it. It was also fine for what it was. Spears got the win. I'm okay with that. I think he got it on the kid.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. To me, the matches weren't the main point of the show.
Yeah, it was a good solid hands match, but
Yeah.
Dax Harwood, he's just so damn good in the ring. He's also good out of it. We'll circle back. So fluid.
And then there was the main event. This is the only exception to the match not being great on the show. I thought it was a really good match. I wouldn't go great, and obviously not going to live up to last week's main event, but it was a really good match between John Silver and Darby Allin, who was defending the TNT Championship. Is there a better bump in business than Darby Allin?
Bumper?
Yeah.
No.
Is there a better seller?
I don't know about that one, but
I'm just curious. I'm not putting more words on that. I'm curious because he's splendid.
that's definitely one I can't answer on the spot. I'd have to give that some consideration. But damn good seller, definitely in the conversation.
The way he falls, the way he lands, the way he hits. Austin, Steve Austin, that is, mentioned why Banks is selling.
Is there another Austin?
I don't know. I'd like to be specific. I haven't watched wrestling in fucking 20 years. You know what the fucking Intercontinental Champion, fucking Griff Austin? Like, no, I don't.
Oh, what about the one that yells in the crowd?
See, this is why I should fucking specify. Is he actually confident in Austin Gunn? No, he is not. Never. The worst thing that ever happened. To Billy Gunn. But Steve Austin mentioned why Sasha Banks, formerly Go Banks, now second Go Banks. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm sorry.
Can we splice that and tag?
There's nothing I can do. These are the rules. Only one goat at a time. That's how it works. Her song is really good in and of itself, but her hair makes it look even better than it is. I don't know what makes Darby's not be better than it is, but it feels better than it is. I don't know why.
The reckless abandonment?
It might be it. Just like a pure commitment to it.
Yeah. Because he had that spot where he dove to the outside. We're going to call it a dive to the outside, right?
Yeah.
Where he got like uppercutted out of his boots.
Yeah.
Maybe does he know how to sell well or like how to land perfectly or something was your comment?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I just don't think he cares how he falls. And when you don't care what the fall is going to be, you can just kind of go through fantastically.
You look amazing. That's such a good point. I'm sure that's what it is. I love this match though. I thought it got a little sloppy with the Sting interference. Not Sting interference,
So
but the Dark Order. They didn't even attack them. They were just kind of hanging out.
And they wouldn't because they're faces.
Yeah, they kind of like semi-posed a threat, and then Sting came out to make sure they didn't. And then Darby decided to take him out on his own. Prove again how worthless Sting is. It's fucking 7 weeks in a row he's been absolutely worthless.
Yeah, Sting's there with the bat, just kind of hopping, not even hopping, just wobbling back and forth on the ramp with his bat. You know, Darby's taking out all of Dark Order, who is implied to be heels, I guess.
I guess against Darby they are.
I guess, right? Even though they've been complete good guys for like a month or whatever. And win the match. And no interference or physicality from Sting.
Silver got the, what do you call it? The visual pinfall. That's an old, I don't know when it came out, but that used to be a Hogan terminology. He'd always get a visual pinfall before the loss. And so
Oh, like the rough bump and he's counting
ref
1, 2, 3.
he's got him, or the guy's gonna put his hand on the ropes, or whatever.
I remember those because he fucking nodded his head.
Hogan is hilarious. Anyway, Silver got one of those, so we protected Silver, and then Darby got the win.
And I like that it was Silver who put Darby's feet on the ropes.
To me, that's I don't like that. Like that's why I felt like they overdid it. If you're gonna do that spot, then Darby should have stood on the ropes.
No, but he's so strong that when he yanks both feet over for the cover,
Yes.
the momentum of his muscles.
Yeah. See, to me now, we have decided that if I go by this logic, Silver is better than Darby.
Well, to be
Silver
fair,
beat Darby.
to be fair, the way they booked Darby, damn near everybody's better than Darby. He has not been a strong champion whatsoever.
Now, as much as I'm gonna, that Darby booking has been complete shit. Complete shit. And then when Sting came out, it was just like, here we go again. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like, what can we do that we did a Baker that we could do on the men's side?
That's
Just
hilarious.
stick Darby.
These stars have a belt.
These Baker's not hanging around with a 61-year-old.
I don't want to shit on anything else because I actually enjoyed the booking on the show.
In a nutshell.
Off the top of my fucking head, Go Baby's promo was a solid follow-up.
So good.
But that's her talent more than an actual follow-up.
Yeah.
Because to me, the booking part of that kind of falls apart. The fact that she's not wearing anything that shows any visible damage on her.
Right.
I would have had a bandage of some kind.
There's no scar or...
Well, to be fair, I don't know trust on makeup. Especially the way fucking Don Callis looked. I think I punched one of the Young Bucks. Yeah, a scar or, I don't know, a slight limp when she walked out. She just felt like go bigger than me.
Go teal faster. Go teal faster than people.
But yeah, that match, that promo was really good. We may not be done with Thunder Rosa just yet, and I'm okay with that.
Why is everybody talking about me? If you're the face, then.
I got very nervous when my face turned.
Yes, I thought that as well, and I was about to break something.
Very concerned. Very concerned. The Team Taz promo was actually really good booking. It's a solid follow-up from last week.
So good. And everybody looked good. Taz is so desperate to try to make peace.
Yeah.
And he's like convinced himself you feel that Taz knows better. But he's convinced himself that it's all good. And Cage apologized. I don't even think Cage really apologized. I think Taz just saying Cage apologized, and he's just like, all right, just don't outwardly disagree with what I'm saying. Just at least stay quiet while I present this message.
I think Cage's face said it all. Like, he did not apologize. He seemed very confused.
Yeah, and he's just like...
And Darby didn't not Darby. Starks didn't seem pleased either.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Cage is just visibly disgusted. Hobbs is like, I'm cooling, right? Hook doesn't even look like he knows what's going on. And then the annoyance. And just shit-eating grin face of Ricky Starks the whole time.
Just like...
No, absolutely.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And to me, if this is a slow burn to the next match between Starks and the first match between Starks and Cage, I'm here for it. In fact, it's kind of a money match to me. I really want to see it.
Yeah.
I really want to see that.
I didn't know I wanted that.
Me either.
I had no idea. And now, we need this right now.
How do we get there? Is it a natural implosion between the two, or do they kick Cage and his uncooperative ass out of the group?
My assumption would be there's going to be more tag matches that are less and less cooperative.
I'd be okay with that.
And then there's some sort of implosion. I'm not sure if the team decides on like how attacks Cage and Starks, kicks him while he's down or whatever.
Now, if we follow the booking, I mean it's only 2 good weeks, but I'll take it. Then it'd have to be an implosion because Taz seems to be rather desperate on keeping Cage in the group.
Well, obviously, Cage is a monster.
Yeah, we already have a monster.
Yeah, but
2 monsters better than 1.
there you go.
Not much. I also like the QT Marshall booking. As you know, I'm very fond of his heelness the last couple weeks, especially his kind of aloofness. He's unaware of what the fuck's going on here.
You okay?
Is he alright?
I'm not going to keep walking to the ring. I'm just going to hang out over here with the guy that was kind of involved in that.
I love this promo this week about being Cody's friend. It kind of, I gotta be honest though, I felt like it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was a little earnest for me. Like,
a little too aware.
A little too self-aware. To me, that's a promo for after a heel turn. Like after I beat Shadow Cody and then I express why. This felt like a cart before the horse, so to speak.
Also, how overeating yourself outwardly calling yourself Cody's friend, and then getting them to chant that.
That's pretty cool.
like that was funny, but that's not doing you any favors, right?
Long term, no, not at all.
Yeah.
But to me, hopefully they have some type of self-awareness, and this angle is not to get QT Marshall over.
Yeah, hopefully. But also, long term is not their strong point. Because here's my wife in the crowd, even though we did a whole alley angle.
Wait a minute, he could have gotten married in the last. How long broken up? 4 months? 3 months?
Okay, he got married that quick.
First of all, does QT Marshall seem the type? Absolutely. The fact that he didn't marry Allie is shocking.
Don't give him ideas.
Clearly,
Tony Khan watches the All Elite recap.
So I could buy him getting married in that amount of time. Though it appears they just want to kick the angle altogether, which I hate. Cody comes out. He accepts his challenge for an exhibition, even though he's wearing a sling. And it's very. First of all,
he comes out with his headset on.
You jumped in there because you know I was fucking annoyed by that. He comes out with his fucking headset. He could have dropped this shit backstage. You could have did it in the tunnel. He comes all the way out with the cocksucker. No offense, sir. And he takes it off very dramatic.
I just love that he always does that though. He usually does it like on dark, but I love that he always comes out with that headset still on.
Dramatic, and I'm convinced this is simply for me. It has to be. And then this fucking promo he gives at first of all, when I watched QT's Marshall promo, I was sure he was the babyface, the heel rather. Now I think he might be a babyface because Cody is a cunt. The character that is. He couldn't come across worse.
Cunty Rhodes.
He's condescending. He's smarmy. He's, I would say uppity, but he's from the top. So whatever that version of uppity is, smug, and it's gross, and it's not helping fucking QT get over as a heel.
Yeah.
Because I feel he's in the right.
Yeah, I don't know what plans they might have for QT Marshall, but if I get you to Crossroads, I'm not gonna follow through. If it gets you to Figure 4, I'm gonna let it go. Like, what, are you gonna beat on him until he quits?
I'm better than you are. So
Yeah.
once you realize that,
with one arm,
I will stop beating on you.
I'm better than you with one arm.
And then we can be friends again. Once I put you in your place, we can be friends again.
And you can go back to your promo about getting my coffee.
You actually start getting my coffee. I'm here for it. Ugh. I don't want to go back to the Young Bucks match if we have to, because after the match, Omega comes out. Omega stomps on who's the small one again? The small
The Red Kid?
Yeah. Stomps on him for a little bit and then starts rambling because that's all Omega does. And I'm here for his heel character, but Lord knows he can go about nothing. He's like, it's like a fucking TV show and you're catching it like right in the middle. You just go, okay. Because 4 years ago and 5 years ago and something happened and something. Listen, I don't know any of these things. Nor do I care. Let's get us up to speed on that and then start again. Anyway, the Young Bucks abandoned him because he chose them, but they didn't choose him, which
They chose Brandon Cutler.
gotta be honest, the only part I liked was shitting on Brandon Cutler, who makes me sick. But this is only the second time I've actually seen him, Brandon Cutler. But his fucking stinks. He felt the audacity to fucking come at JR.
Yeah.
And we're still gonna do our spots. Who is we? There's no we. You're not on the show.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Bag carrier, a coffee getter.
Omega wanted him, felt it too sweet. Young Bucks refused. And then he proceeded to go off like Cassius did. Go ahead, get their bags. Yelling at Brandon Cutler. That's hilarious. I'm here for it. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck Justin Coburn.
That's so disrespectful to Peter Polanco. Jesus.
And then Lucha Rose double super kicked him.
Yeah.
I guess. I know some good booking. This was, as Moxley and Kingston said the other night, Bullet Club melodrama. I can do without it, to be honest.
But we're gonna get the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and whatever. I don't know how to finish that enthusiasm.
The Young Bucks versus the Good Brothers. Even though they're not really involved in this.
But there are issues with Kenny Omega, so Kenny Omega's getting in the match, so then we can add who else?
Oh, it'll probably do the what's the fucking War Games?
Oh, the Bloody Vets.
Yeah.
Well, that would kind of make a little more sense almost to me later on. Something else to go over. Even though star power wise, I'm with you here.
Okay.
But build wise, not booking, but like numerically,
Okay.
makes a little more sense somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't have a pen.
Since we talked, spicy cash. It's spicy. Jeez, I lost my train of thought. Actually, we can go with Moxley and Kingston's promo since it kind of fits with this. These two are splendid, and to me, this was the best of the three. Is that better than last week's to me, which was a little too cartoony?
I don't think it's better than the Flame.
Okay. Yeah. To me, Moxley's still refining his groove.
Yeah.
To me, Kingston was the best part of this promo.
Yeah.
Moxley has some good lines.
Moxley's still trying to fit in with Eddie Kingston.
Yes, he's still trying to find his, like, what's in between John Moxley and Dean Ambrose. He's trying to find that groove.
He's trying to find his Jonathan Good.
Which is where Eddie Kingston is. This was fun. They came across as, Kingston came across as a ruffian. As an old thug.
Yeah, broke something.
I broke something. I broke stuff before. The Moxley's line about we don't play games with people we don't know.
Yeah.
Very, like, you can tell he's a little punk on the corner. He's a little punk on the corner at some point. It's fun. And I look forward to the Good Brothers match, strangely. The rematch, that is.
And maybe a three-way tag match with the Young Bucks because
Ooh.
they're involved with the Bullet Club.
Moxley did say, Moxley did bring them up. About figuring out where the Young Bucks stand.
Is that how we get to possibly Moxley and Kingston for a tag title run?
I think I'd be here
Or a
for
tag
that.
title picture?
I'd be here for that. I think I'd be here for that. Because right now, the title picture, AEW title picture, is a little crowded, and Christian Cage, who's just arrived, like I said, Christian Cage, who's just arrived, apparently he was talking to some young punks, because he's a tag team specialist.
Yeah. Dante Martin and the Varsity Blondes.
I could do without that.
Yeah.
I could do without that part of it. But Kazarian comes up to him. Way to fucking bring Cage down already. 3 weeks in, he's talking to Kazarian. Oh Jesus.
Well, he's a former tag team champion. He's the first tag team champion.
Congratulations.
So,
I liked their exchange at first. It felt very intense, but not intense. It's not a good word for it. Cordial with an intensity underneath, which I liked. Then it kind of went hammy, I guess would be the word for it.
Yeah.
They asked Kazarian to act a little too much. He had to bring up Monday night and this and.
I thought that was a dig at Raw for half a second. I was like, what are you doing Monday nights? Oh, you're not busy Monday nights.
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
Like, that felt like a Raw thing, and I was like, right, you have another show.
Ugh.
Oh, I have a match on Dark Elevation. Still a mouthful, by the way.
It is.
But I have a match on the other show, on the Monday show. So check me out because you haven't wrestled in 7 years.
Yeah, but Cage to me has been on his game. The 2 promos I've heard him cut. 3. No, he didn't talk to this Omega, right? No, he just came out. So 2 promos. He's been really solid, and I'm here for it.
That's so weird. Is it weird to, like, I didn't see it because I don't watch.
Mhm.
Apparently you missed it. But they made it seem like they're old friends. They haven't seen each other in so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christian just hasn't wrestled in 7 years, even though he wrestled to a Rumble.
It's not a match.
So, but why not bring up the fact that you guys were in TNA? I mean, that door is open. You can name drop them.
Why?
I don't know, substance.
They were together. Yeah, bring up TNA to what?
Just figured some correlation for the casual viewers who don't watch TNA.
If this was.
Like, oh, that's where their paths have crossed.
What does it matter whether the paths were crossed?
I just like being informed.
You are informed.
I'm inferring.
As good as Cage's promo was, and as good as Baker's promo was, I think, you know, yeah, this was the promo of the night.
Which one?
I'm about to tell you. Prestige. The Pinnacle, pardon me.
Prestige is better.
It is. It just is. Dax's promo was the promo of the night. The other one, Cash?
Cash Rose is his partner.
Yeah. What's that Cash? Oh, that's your name.
Yeah.
Wheeler? His promo was solid. Dax's promo was fantastic. That was a really, really, really good promo. The family thing to me that they both said is a bit much.
Yeah. Like, this is new.
It's new and your heels. I don't love the family part.
Like, at most case scenario, they're not building that as far as I can tell. But like when they were gambling at ringside a year ago, if that's a genesis to anything, but that's still like a year ago. Like, you're not family.
Even if you are, I just still don't feel right. I just don't. It's not a. I don't like it as a heel trait to begin with. I don't know if that's the kind of loyalty amongst heels.
Yeah, isn't there no honor among thieves?
It was a really good promo though. Dax's was.
Yeah. Wrestling.
And I didn't even get. Maybe it's because MJF has been so part of the inner circle for a bit of time,
Yeah.
but I did not even comprehend how good FTR would go against the inner circle. They're polar opposites. They are the promo Young Bucks. They are the opposite of what we stand for.
Yeah.
This is professional wrestling. This isn't comedy hour. What the fuck was that? Variety.
SNL.
Yes, I was just like, holy shit, they do that.
Yeah.
They couldn't do the fucking everything you brought up. They would have to bring up MJF's involvement in it, so they did keep it rather vague.
Yeah.
Could have brought up what's the fucking
Dinner debonair.
They could have brought that up. They could have brought up the Vegas trip. They could have brought up a whole bunch of shit with fucking MJF and smack dab in the middle of all of it.
But they still kind of put over Santana and Ortiz, nonetheless.
That they've tricked people into thinking they're actually something. I would love that as an idea. I'm very curious about Santana and Ortiz's baby faces. I know we know Jericho could pull off. He's good show. He both anything.
You know Santana can do it. He's a star.
Got it in her. Got it in her.
Yeah.
I think the only person who will flop at this is
Jake Hager?
Yeah. Sam is too talented to flop.
Yeah. And Ortiz is funny.
Yes. Hager's gonna be out of the element.
Yeah.
I would not be mad at a heel turn.
Ooh. I'd be scared for a heel turn because what else could he do? He's yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
After the Tay Conti match with Nyla Rose.
When we had our Gatorades, we had to replenish electrolytes.
What? What?
Yeah. Sorry, is that not where we were going with that?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm a fan of. I keep calling it Tay. I'm a fan of Tay Conti. And not like that. Well, I like that, but also like that, yes. I'm trying to think of how it worked. Somebody came out. Nyla attacked her. Vicky grabbed the leg. That's what it was.
Oh,
Vicky
yes.
grabbed Tay Conti's leg.
After the match.
Nyla jumped her, and then Sheeta made the save.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot she existed.
Yeah.
Right before she came out.
Yeah, women's champion.
And then Bunny decided to attack
From out of
Sheeta.
nowhere.
And then Matt Hardy, was watching the entrance ramp, decided to bring up the fact that Bunny wasn't in the tournament. While Nyla and Vicky stood there looking kind of dumb, quite frankly. And then we all stood there looking kind of dumb because we were just staring at these 5 people doing nothing.
Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on. For half a second, we were like, is Matt Hardy gonna sign Nyla Rose and Vicky? Or preferably just Nyla Rose and toss Vicky to the side?
Yeah, and then the promo just stopped. And then everybody just kind of stood and stared.
Yeah, no.
Like we were supposed to cut the commercial, we didn't. Or Matt Hardy had more to say and he didn't.
Yeah, maybe like he's supposed to sign Nyla, but he's like, I really don't want to work with Nyla and Vicky, so I'm just not gonna say that part of my line.
That's hilarious. I don't think Matt
Because
Hardy.
it felt very incomplete.
Yes.
But also now he can't sign Nyla and or Vicky because his whole promo was about Bunny not getting a shot.
I guess you could do it once Bunny loses.
I guess. Oh, well, alright, Bunny can get the job done. So how about you guys?
I've never seen Bunny in the ring before. How is she?
I don't remember. Last I remember, she was on tag matches with Brandy, so I already had the opinion of, ugh.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Yeah, that's right.
Ugh.
And last but not least, after the main event. Actually, you know what? I can't do the main event just yet. That was a segment. Jade Cargill got a segment.
That bitch.
Jade Cargill, that's correct.
Or would it be Jade, that bitch Cargill?
That's a bit much. Steve Stone Cold Austin. I lost my thought. Striking like that bitch. She looks like a million bucks. She does not sound like a million bucks, however. Her promo skills leave a lot to be desired. Even in a pre-taped. Listen, I'm not.
But I'm not against them either. Like,
I
they
am.
could be better. But
I'm not Denzel. I'm not Denzel Washington. I would never claim to be. But I've never understood why people struggle with tonal fluctuation in lines. Well, I would say read the sentence. The dog crossed the street. People like Jay Cargill, the dog crossed the street. It's like what you're struggling with that line. I don't know why. I don't know why.
it could be a discomfort.
More than likely.
As someone who, personally, is not the best public speaker, with not liking to do things in front of a forum, and even someone who stammers and says before generally everything they say. I don't know. Maybe it's just talking's never been her strong point. So her reading this thing, she's like, all right, I gotta not in her head. I gotta not screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta read this the way it's written. I have to still look intimidating. Maybe there's just a lot of overthinking happening.
But it's taped. So if this was live, I'd be with you, but it's not. It's taped. Do another one. And when
Maybe that's the best take.
and if your best take is, and when I take the champion. It's like, that's one line. That's one line. What are you doing? And if it isn't, you're not stopping one after I. That's not where the comma goes. And when I take the championship, comma. And when I, comma, take the championship, comma, you Christopher Walken, what are we doing here? Just spit the line out.
Maybe it's the emphasis. Like they told her, like, put a little stank on it, and they're like, and when I take that championship, line.
If I remember to put this clip, now I'm not. Here's what we want to give her a pass, because see, this is why it's not public speaking. I'll tell you why. Because if you saw The Last Dance, Michael Jordan is a fantastic public speaker, but there's this commercial of outtakes of him saying the Gatorade line is in you, and I did not know there was that many different ways to say it. And he says it about 40 times and never gets it right. And it's the funniest. Is it in you? Is it in you? It's like, oh my God. Even the GOAT struggles. What the fuck are we doing? So I think I might want to give her, it might just be, you know what? You're gonna be right. They say do it again, and then now you're in your head about the way you just did it. So now you just fucking change it up to change it up. You know, I give her a pass. Scorpio Sky doesn't have the problem though. His problem was just bland. He didn't even struggle with it. He's just a bore. You know, maybe part of it is because he talked all this shit and like didn't follow up the Darby thing at all.
I was gonna say he talks all this shit and he's got this badass catchphrase now.
Yes.
Right? And he won his big time ladder match. And his follow up is a match on Dark Elevation on Monday where you can see Frankie Kazarian. And Scorpio Sky is gonna go one-on-one with Seidel. Right, the not famous one.
Jesus.
Mike Seidel.
Yeah, that's a weird spot. Actually,
He just had a TNT title match against Darby. And now he's got Mike Seidel on the new show.
Well, to be fair, they're clearly trying this new show over. They had Omega on.
Yeah, but still. Darby? Well, Darby's the mid-card champion, right? Darby? Mike Seidel.
Gotcha.
Like,
So I'm not a fan.
I don't think Mike Seidel's signed. What are we doing?
Fucking in the main event, we already talked about the title match. Darby's title match that is. It's not Sting's title match, shockingly. Afterwards,
Although I don't put it up, I don't put it past him.
afterwards, we got like this fucking mutual respect spot with fucking Silver and Darby, which I'm okay with. And Sting standing over them like children. It doesn't help he's significantly taller than both of them. He just definitely makes them look like children, especially when you steer them down. Like, you're gonna do something. Jesus fucking Christ.
He's watching the kids play.
Yes. I'll leave for Archer after the promo you earlier. Threatening Sting. He grew up watching Sting, by the way.
Yeah, he grew up watching Sting.
There'd be no Lance Archer without Sting.
Yeah, that was his explanation to me on Twitter is it's a 20-year story in the making. Which I would have loved to hear in this promo. Because there'd be no Lance Archer without Sting doesn't make sense. He's not Stinger splashing, he's not doing reverse DDTs, he's not doing sharpshooters, he's not painting his face. He doesn't walk out with a bat. He doesn't come down from the rafters. He wasn't surfing at any point. It's not snowing when he comes out. What are we talking about?
It's
They were both in TNA at the same time? Like, give me something. Give me some sort of explanation.
I feel like I'm taking this to Showtime first.
I hope he takes it.
Because it's Showtime is clean.
Yeah.
It's a great catchphrase.
And it's so much better than that Everybody Dies.
Yes. Is he done with Snake? Because Snake was at ringside and he didn't have him with the promo.
I don't know, but managers just disappear for a while. Like, Vicky was not with Nyla for like a month, and then here she is.
Yeah, but she wasn't around. They can't get rid of Archer now. I mean, can't get rid of fucking Snake now, especially with Sting. He's the perfect guy to do promos with Sting. Especially if Sting's not going to talk. Which one's got to talk for him?
Maybe Jake respects Sting and cuts promos for Sting?
Oh, he doesn't want to be part of this. He doesn't want to be part of this. I fought Sting before. You don't want any part of Sting.
And then that's how you break him up with Archer, because he tells Archer you don't want any part of Sting.
No,
But Archer's so confident.
It's Showtime. Beats shit on Snake.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Maybe we should have a pen.
Man, you're really on this, huh? You're never gonna let that go.
No.
He feels insulted. his booking was challenged.
Particularly when the others aren't that great.
Jesus, all right. Time you guys to do a show together.
No.
Main event, right? Darby Silver at each other's throats. Darby wins. Mutual respect. Sting standing over his 2 kids, and then Matt Hardy pulls what's called out the ring. Here comes what's his group's name? Doesn't even have a name.
They don't have a name. It's just Butcher, Blade, Private Party, the Bunny.
Matt's minions jump all the baby faces.
Big Money Minions.
I actually like that.
Big Money Minions.
It doesn't put any of them over. Then Dark Order got involved, and then Ty Conti came out to attack Bunny, and it was just a complete mess. To me, this felt like Silver and Darby aren't good enough to end the show, so we got to find something that's big enough to end the show. But to me, Silver and Darby's good enough to end the show.
Yeah.
And I would just end it with that. Especially since you get Sting in the ring.
But they do love a big schmoz.
I do. A little too much for my liking. Overall, I know it didn't sound like it towards the end, but I did like the show.
Yeah. It was a good sports entertainment show. It was thoroughly sports entertained. Wrestling, had a good main event.
And opener.
And an opener. But
Other than that,
it was sports entertaining more than anything else.
yeah, other than that, I could pass on the rest of it. I could pass on all of that. Do you have a plug?
My battery is dying. Twitter, where Lance Archer goes back and forth with me and suddenly blocks me. YouTube, where you can just see me rant on things that displease me because they're terrible.
Okay, fair enough.
And the Instagrams.
Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe.